Hey guys, it's JH, welcome to the practice tee. I haven't been here for a while. The weather hasn't been all that good and conducive for videos anyway. And I've had my time taken up almost entirely with the development of my new putter. So I've been working hard on that. But it's good to get back. The weather's come good in the last week, so it's good to get back and talk a little bit of golf. Okay, what I want to talk about today is a couple of points relative to the gravity assist swing and the pressure connection swing, and how you can actually combine those to factions of a golf swing together. Now, of course, the gravity assist is basically that. We just get to the top and we just let the club, by way of its own vertical gravity momentum, activate itself. Pressure connection is just that. We have pressure and we have connection. We have the upper arms connected to the body and we maintain that pressure right throughout the golf swing. So we're just going to combine the two. We're going to pressure connect and we're going to just gravity assist. And for one of the guys, Guy Kelly in the US, hey buddy, what might be okay for you is to focus a little bit on, if you've got any limited range of motion or mobility, you've got to take advantage of factors in the human anatomy and body structure that will enable you to use those to their best advantage for whatever lack of mobility or motion that you have. Now, if you have a little bit of difficulty turning away and making big movements and stuff like that, just try and concentrate on, for a right-handed person, trying to get your swing to revolve around your left vertical axis. We've got two vertical axes in the golf swing. We've got the left one and we've got the right one. And a lot of people basically think that the swing goes into the right side and then it comes back into the left side. It moves into that vertical axis there and you rotate around that, and then it moves into the left vertical axis and you rotate around that. Well, I don't see it that way. I see it as, for a right-handed person, this lead axis or the left axis can be basically the entire building block of your golf swing for your rotational factors. And by that I mean, if we basically concentrate on our backswing of just trying to pivot around that left side, that left vertical axis there, not reverse pivoting. I mean, that's a reverse pivot, right? This is a complete rotational pivot, in that as we take it back, we're rotating around this here, very much like Hunter Mahan does. Hunter Mahan tries to keep the center of his chest basically right here in his golf swing. In order to do that, he's got to do this. I think I do a little bit of that myself in the golf swing. So we don't want to be going out here and then trying to get back over here, because that's too much movement and it's too hard to coordinate. So if you just basically think about this as basically a pivot point for your swing, just turn around that and then just return around it. You'll still make the transfer into the right side, because, as I say, I don't like to think that there's side to side in the golf swing. I don't want any left to right in the golf swing. To me, it's only backwards and forwards. We go here and here. It's here and here. But that's another story. So, okay, for you, Kelly, you were talking about, can you combine, or asking about if you can combine gravity assist with pressure connection. Well, you certainly can, because we have to have the pressure connection anyway in the golf swing. The gravity assist is basically taking the hands as active initiators of the golf club out of the equation. So we basically just connect up, we turn our chest back here, we just move into the left side here, and we let the club drops. See, that club just drops. So I'm not trying to do anything with that at all. It looks like there's a lot of hand action in it, but there's not. It's only because my pivot is moving this way that it's loading those hands independently. That pivot is going to bring the hands into the shot. They will be followers and not leaders in the golf swing. And also, Kelly, you asked about ball position. Well guys, I never talk to any of my students about ball position, because if you start saying you have to play the ball in a certain place, you'll become very stilted and very geometrically stunted. There'll be no flow in the geometric process of setting up. So all I say to people is that once we take our grip and we establish our arms here, see, my hands never change and my arm position never changes in my golf swing from my wedge to my driver, which I mentioned to you before. It's exactly the same. Once I've established this here, I basically just let the club fall into position. And when I let it fall into position here like that, once it's in the middle of, it's basically off my left groin there, the shaft, but once it's here, I just put it on the ground and then I just walk the ball into a position in front of the club face. Now I don't even know where that is, and I don't think about it, and I don't want to think about it. I want to maintain the relativity and the consistency of my arms in front of my body here and a connection. So I've got it here, so I just put it in here and then I just walk into position. I don't say, oh, the ball's got to be off my left heel or right of centre or off my toe, and then get my body structure. I want my body structure to be here, and then the ball is going to accommodate my body structure. It will accommodate my body structure and my body's set. I don't have to comply with where the golf ball is with my body set. The golf ball is the servant. But too many players see it as the dictator, and we do all our setups around the golf ball as if it's got a square side on it that we have to align the square face to. So don't worry about ball position. And I think you said, Kelly, that my ball position looks back, and even back with my driver. That's my fault, because I'm very, very slap happy with the way I set the camera up most of the time. But I can assure you that, and I hope I'm square on today, but if I have the club here in front of my body as it's meant, and I just put my feet away, that's where it is. Now that iron there for me is about, probably 4 inches inside my left heel. That's where I want to play an iron. With the driver, once see my arms are in the same place, once I've got this here, that's where it is. It's probably in exactly the same place. Here. If I want to really carry the ball, I move it up a little bit. So ball position is a byproduct of how you set the club and how you get your connection. Guys, look at this. This is a wedge. There's my arms. Here it is. There's my set. There. See where my arms are? It's a 6-iron. The arms are here, the set's there. I did. This is my driver. I establish my set, get my connection, put it down. See where my hands are? There's none of this and there's none of that. Because now I've got the same balance factor as I had with my wedge. And everybody hits their short irons well, or easier than they do their long clubs, because they're closer to the ball and their arms are closer to their body, and they can balance that. As soon as they get out here and they get disconnection, that's why the driver has a mind of its own for most people. So I don't like to lose my connection with any shot. So here's my driver, my wedge is the same place, and when I take it back, it's easy, because once I've established this here and I just walk into the ball, here, all I do then is just turn the body away. Yeah. And then I just I just basically lean on that left side, a bit like Hogan. To add to that little bit there, what I feel at the top of my golf swing is that I feel like this. That's how I feel my downswing is. A bit like Freddie Couples. Freddie gets to the top and he gets here and he goes, and he laterally slides so far, it's extraordinary. But you can only slide so far laterally, then the hips will turn. The biggest problem I see most players make, club player, is that they'll get to the top and then they'll just try and rotate that hip out of the way. Hogan said, and I think people went down the wrong road because of what Hogan said. Hogan said the swing starts from the lower body, and he looked like he was just spinning his hips. But with Hogan it was much more than that. Hogan pivoted here, and then he went here, slid laterally, and then he turned his hips out of the way. He didn't just get here and then just go bang with his hips. He was going laterally as hard as he could. And I try and do that in every shot. Wedges, the whole lot. So I take it away with my chest, I get it here, club's in front of my body, I get it here, and then I basically want to feel like I'm facing that way. You'll see that on one of my videos if you go through the collection. I want to feel like I'm there. I sit onto this left rump here, I go laterally, and then I turn out of the way. And that's what I feel. Don't get to the top here, let it drop, and then just spin the hips. Because you can't deliver the club. Too difficult. Okay, dead cold. And I've just come from the gym this morning, so as I normally say, I'm as stiff as a board. But what I want you to see was the address position. See, my arms are here. Here. Now I don't know where that ball position is, or wherever it is, it is. I basically walk into the ball, but I don't change any of this. I don't do that to facilitate the ball position. I don't do that to facilitate the ball position, and I don't do that to facilitate the ball position. I merely walk into the ball here. That's all I do. Here. Then I just turn it away with the pressure here, sit on it, and then just let the gravity assist take it away. Okay? Dead cold swing. So hot, guys. It's end of July here in Australia. It's usually so cold. It's like 27 degrees Celsius. So here we are. I've got the connection. Got my hands in here. I don't know where that ball position is. I don't care. Just going to turn it away. Not bad for a very stiff swing, first shot. Okay, it's a little abbreviated and a little short, but when I'm hitting shots to start up with, don't try and bash it. Just turn it away. So here we are. Just going to turn the club away. It's going to be in front of us here. And that's another point, guys. While I'm talking about it, I might as well just go over it. In the backswing, don't let the shaft ever get behind your right arm. And that's behind the right arm. That's behind the right arm. Try and keep it in line with the right arm when you take it back. Try and keep it there. That's in line with my right arm. That's behind my right arm. Right there. And it's still in line with my right arm. It's not back here. It's not over here. It's not back here. It's not over there. If I take it back here, still in line with my right arm. That's a good structural geometry helping mechanism for you. If you keep that club in the middle of your body and have it trapped, I call this trapping the shaft. The shaft never escapes from this triangle here. I'm just digressing, but they're just little points. The shaft's in the middle here. Don't ever let it escape. You keep it there. Yeah. It'll feel like you're doing this. That's what it'll feel like because you're so used to doing this. But I'm going to show you, it's basically just the club. See the name on my, the Lamkin name on my shaft there never moves in my golf swing. I don't rotate it. It never moves. It's always there. You don't want the Lamkin name to turn, or the Cobra name on the head there. You never want that to roll away. Mine's always as it was at address at the top of the swing. Let's see if we can get, so at pressure, wow. And for all the older guys, and I'm an older guy, that type of compact swing with the connection, it makes you very straight. I'm a very straight driver of the golf ball. And it's very consistent because the club's only going to here, but I've got plenty of speed and I'm still hitting that, you know, really good distance. And the guys that I practice with here, my buddies, younger guys, only the really young guys will hit it, you know, way by me, but most of the guys, you know, the 30, 40-year-old guys, the normal guys without the young, strong athletes, don't hit it any further than I do. And they try and get the club back here and they've got to do all sorts of stuff. The good thing about having that length of golf swing, and Mo Norman said to me, the ultimate in the golf swing is full shoulder turn or a good shoulder turn and low hands. That's the ultimate. Because the shoulder turn is going to develop the power. Okay, from up here you're going to get more speed, there's no doubt about that. But it's hard to control. Now, same thing applies. Like we go from driver to wedge, it's exactly the same. It's the same length golf swing. I've got the pressure connection. I've got the club locked in here, completely captive. And this is all we want to do. We just want to take it to here, hit it, push it back, hit it. Now, those hands are going reasonably quick, but I'm not trying to make them go quick at all. I don't want to make them go quick. I don't want to do any of that. They're happening because I'm loading left here, and it feels like this to me in the golf swing. My swing feels like this. That's what it feels like. I feel like I'm in my own way. But because I go left, my hips turn and it delivers the club. So guys, there's not much I can add to that today. But don't be a slave to a ball position. Your ball position will find its own coordinates if you are consistent with this. You set everything up the same as this. If I'm just going to hit a little... So the good thing in my mind, for me, is that I don't have any variation of feel in the shots. If I'm going to hit a little shot here, the flag out here about 45. If I'm just going to hit a little wedge shot, it's exactly the same feel for me. That's 46 metres. But there's no difference in that feel to the driver. None. It feels the same. It's just abbreviated. It's just abbreviated. So see how I don't worry about my ball position? I have no idea where it is. I don't worry about it. I'm just turning the pressure release away. You see, it's such an economical type golf swing because the club is captured all the time. Nothing changes. Just hit a 3-wood. See, it's the same, guys. That just feels to me like a wedge because my club is in exactly the same position. Probably looks like a wedge swing, and for all intents and purposes it feels like that. But because I've got good structure, good connection, good containment, I get really good distance. So try and be consistent, guys. Try and feel that, and when you first start this, you'll feel like you're in your own way. It'll feel very difficult for you, because you'll feel like you can't get out of the way of the grip. But just persevere. Try and get away from this, because that creates arc. If we can eliminate too much of this sort of rolling arc in behind us and get more of an arc which just goes to there and then elevates itself onto plane, and then the club just sets itself, we'll be better off. Okay guys, have a look at that. I'll be doing some more videos in the course of next month. I've just been tied up with the putter, as I said, but I've got some good things that I'm working on. So I'll see you in the near future.